transmitting live from Dorado, Puerto Rico, here in my house. And I want to do this video because a lot of people, they go off grid, and you see them. I've seen a lot of videos like you type in off grid, and then you see like a half naked woman, with clickbait and stuff. And I mean, hey, I ain't downing nobody's hustle. If those people, but the reality of living off grid isn't that, man. Um, like I said, I live in Puerto Rico. I live totally off grid, solar and water. Um, and when I started going fully off grid, like with solar, because I went to transition first with solar, I noticed how much we as a people waste electricity. We waste it, you know. Like when we're on the grid, we have a fan on, we leave it on, we leave a TV on, we're in another room, and that's just power wasted and wasted and wasted. Then when you go off grid and you know that if you waste, you're gonna end up with no power, then you realize, hold up, I can't waste like that indiscriminately, But then at the same time, you say, damn, if you modify your way, you're like, my entire electrical needs are contained in a couple of batteries. Then you start to realize, you're like, damn, all these years I've been paying this 200, 250, $300 electric bill. I could have been saving that, because we really waste. We waste too much. And being off grid teaches you that, and it isn't that you're gonna do without, what I mean, because you're gonna be off grid. Okay, I'm off grid. I have my TV, I run a recording studio, I have my internet, I have my fans, I have everything and normal. So I'm not doing without anything because I'm off grid, you know but I am doing without one thing. I don't have a monthly bill. A couple of days ago, the power went out in all Puerto Rico again. There was an explosion in one of the main plants. I had power. I learned from Hurricane Maria, you know, but we waste so much. So, and then when I did the transition to living off grid, like in terms of the water, I realized how much we waste. And the culprit of the wasting is the damn toilet. The toilet will ruin you in terms of water, will ruin you, you know. And these are lessons that you learn when you're off grid. You don't learn them before. You have to be off grid. Then you learn them, you learn them. Right now I'm at the point, like, when you adopt the off grid lifestyle, a lot of things open up for you. For example, here in Puerto Rico, there are a lot of houses that, for one reason or another, it could be inheritance issues or whatnot. Houses that are empty because they are there, but they couldn't get, the certifications to get the electric put in or the water or stuff like that. But when you have the ability to live and create your own electric and create your own water, then those houses might even be a beachfront property. Hey, they're open for you because you can go up to the owner who probably has had that house empty for the last 5, 6 years or more, and you say, hey, can I rent your house? I'll give you 100 bucks, $150. And he'll probably say, hey, but I can't rent it to you because it doesn't have electric or water. You're like, don't matter. I don't need it. You know? And you could put your own electric in your own water. You know? I mean, these are just things that I've learned, guys, and living off grid. So, look at the noise. But when you go off grid, I mean, going off grid doesn't mean living like an Amish. It doesn't. You know, I think the the closest thing that I could compare living off grid to is kind of like a prepaid cell phone. You just have to monitor your usage. But as long as you balance out your water use and your electric use, you live for free, man. And you'll grow and you'll be mindful. It's good for nature. It's good for the planet. You're not wasting. So it can be done, guys. It really can be done. So I'm gonna cut this video short because, as you can hear, noise, and that's how it is here in Puerto Rico. They need to come up with these, like in the states, the noise ordinances. They need to do that here in Puerto Rico. But okay, they turned it off. So I'll chat a little bit longer then. But yeah, living off grid, there is a learning curve. There is an adjustment. There really, really is. But along with it, there's an empowerment, which is what I like. It's empowering to know, that whatever happens, you got your own power, you got your own water. You don't depend on the water company. Like for example, I think it was Flint, Michigan, who were having issues with the water. Let me tell you, rainwater, it's really clean water. I mean, if I were living, let's say, in Flint, Michigan, where that situation happened with the water, I don't know what the case is now, but I'd be filtering my own roof water. I'm like, screw that. I mean, I don't need that nasty old dirty water. I'll use my rain catchment, which is filtered. I know that the filter is good. I know if it got chlorinated, I can do. I'm hands on. I know what tests. I know how the water tank is looking, whether or not it's clean. Because you're on the grid, let me tell you, but you don't know where your water's coming from. You don't know if the water's coming from some river where some dog just peed, or some crackhead over there took a dump under the bridge. That's the water you get from the municipal company. Yeah. Oh, it's treated. Yeah. Yeah, it's treated. They put chlorine in it. Same thing I do with rainwater. Yet they want to make it look as if rainwater harvesting is dirtier or riskier. Nah, man. Let me tell you, municipal water, that stuff's got fluoride. That stuff comes from rivers where you got dead fish, where you got rotting animals that died. It's just floating in the river. You know what I mean? If you see where your municipal water comes from, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's like straight out of the toilet. It really is. They use the sewer water. They clean the sewer water. That is the water that you drink when you're on the municipal, and then you pay for it. I'm not saying that the water's dirty. I mean, they do their job and they clean it out. But the whole point is, when you can have pristine water coming from the sky. Look, I took a reading, parts per million, the TDS reading of rainwater, straight from the roof without filtration. It was like 15 parts per million, and that's coming from my roof, which has sediment. 15 parts. That's better. That's better than bottled water. You know. So I mean, and at least I know your roof or your shingles are a lot cleaner than the rivers and lakes where your drinking water comes from. Where people jump in, with their dogs, with their, what I'm saying. That's the water you guys drink, where sewage gets thrown out, where people show up with their with their cars and leave all and they have a transmission oil leak and it goes into the water. That's the water that you're getting from the municipal company. you know so think about it twice, man. Think about it twice. I'm not saying to get off grid, because not everybody wants to be off grid, but I am telling you that I think it would be wise for people to start implementing some off-grid tactics. Like, for example, okay, you got your house and you're on the grid and you got the water, municipal water. Okay, that's fine. But do a couple of barrels. In case of an emergency, you have some stored water. You lower your bill. You water your plants with that water. Flush your toilets with rainwater. You know what I mean? You're gonna save money. So I don't know. These are just my thoughts, guys. If you have anything that you would like, or questions that you would want to ask about off-grid living, feel free. Put it in my comments, and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. So take care, guys. Peace.